Welcome everybody out to the late night face check. My name is Valcomer. We are here with Will2Live of Tainted Orphans, the number one seed in Division A West. Will, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Glad I could make it.
So, tell me a little bit about the team. I see some names that I recognize out of NGS, but how did you come together for this season? And yeah, we'll start there
Yeah.
and we'll build on that.
Actually, if anyone's seen us around the master to grandmaster area, Bridget and I have been playing together since we've been silvers. Since we were in high school, we've played the game together, and we've kind of grown as a duo up through the ranks. We played a lot of dorm back in our day for our university, and we kind of just never split apart from each other. You know, he was my dependent tank player. I was always his immediate DPS follow up. So when it kind of came to building a team, we kind of just had each other. We've been very blessed with the people we've met along the way through a lot of the HOTS community and through the NGS community. We've met countless amounts of people, and we've had plenty of chances to have scrims and stuff. But through the years, we found Matt, our solo laner, aka Variations. Rayvar, our DPS player, was honestly our coach before he joined our team back when we did a Learning 5 session. We wanted to improve our gameplay, and this Rayvar just said, you know what, I'll take a risk on you guys, and we ended up being pretty close with him. So we asked him, we
Nice.
said, hey, why don't you come play DPS for us? He said, sure. And then Waffle Man has been an excellent healer. We had Scooney in the beginning from Bridger's old team, but sadly, a lot of her, like with COVID going on, her kind of schedule blocked up with work, so she lost a lot of her
Mm.
free time. So Waffle Man came in super clutch for us. He's been a really great friend of ours, and he's been killing it this season.
Nice, nice. Well, number one seed in A West, which is one of the double round robin
Mm-hmm.
divisions, so you got to play everyone twice. I'm a little envious of that because it gives you a chance for payback
It's
um,
true.
when you mess up a match. But now you mentioned the wrench of COVID and
Mm-hmm.
the healer coming in and saving the day. What would you say has kind of helped make this season one where you guys are on top of the division?
I guess with everything that's going on in the world, there's not too much positivity out there. You know, a lot of times you try to find something to fill your day or to fill these gaps that we've been missing in our normal lives. So having NGS and having this season has been really, really big for us. I think we've grown closer as friends, as teammates, as players. We've just been able to dedicate more to the game and to meet all these people who are still playing. And we know a lot of people in our division, surprisingly. And that's what kind of comes with the round robin, as you said. There were a lot of times where we felt like we could have done better, and a lot of times where we knew what we messed up on. So having that round robin system allowed us as a team to improve drastically. We knew exactly what our next game move was going to be, who we needed to watch out for, what our bans were going to be. You know, so it's been fantastic for us.
Nice, nice. And you mentioned you're a DPS player. We've got
Mm-hmm.
Bridge as the tank player, and refresh me on the healer. It was Waffle?
Waffle Man, yes sir.
Waffle Man. So, how it sounds like you and Bridge were kind of the initial foundation, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
How's the team shot calling? Is it a particularly loud atmosphere? Is it a fairly stern, hey, here's the orders, we're marching type
Mm-hmm.
of atmosphere?
Yeah, so a lot of our communication, and we really strive for this, is pre-draft and post-draft. We like to have a lot of our crazy talking, our ideas, our strats, what we need to look out for, all between the bands and the loading screen. The minute the team comps are set, we're building an idea, we're building a strategy. We know what's important to us, and then within the game, we like to divide it up. For me, I generally do shot calling on a macro state, so I'm calling which direction we need to go to, how fast we need to get there, camps that the enemies could possibly be at. But the minute that combat starts, Bridger is on his target. He's calling where we need to go. The entire team is following behind. And from there, a lot of times Rayvar will come in with some input to autocorrect maybe a mistake or a bad call that we have. And Waffle Man, his communication, when it comes down to getting out of a team fight, when we know we've lost, we need to get out of there. The minute that he starts talking, we're gone. We're all just out. We're following him out. But Bridge is the way in and Waffle Man's the way out. So
He he's the one looking for the point of no return, and and getting
We tend to
people
call
that
it Mountain King syndrome. Bridger tends to dive in head first, and he hopes that everyone's falling right behind him. So a lot of times you'll
Yeah.
just see him leap on in.
That's a great thing about Murden, who's the Mountain King in our game. So if everybody else was just that ready to dive in, dive comps would rule the earth.
You know it.
So, well, you were nice enough to provide me with a couple of clips. I'm going to choose the first one. Oh, and
Sure.
now as I tab over, I've got the second one on screen. So here we are. It's game 2 against Minion Miners. It is the bottom objective on Infernal Shrines. Now let me switch this so that everyone can see what I'm talking about. It's mid-game, fairly even on structures. You guys actually have a little bit of structures that you're behind, but fairly even. And we go in. We're even on the shrine at this point. So let's see how this comes together. We see the engage come out from Rayvar, the Umbral Bind, the Warden's Cage,
they pick up the triple kill. Deathwing in full retreat.
And just a clean triple kill. Deathwing thinks he's getting away, and even though I love his name as Bruther, he goes down to the chase. Fantastic engage there on Rayvar's part. What were comms like in that moment? How did that come together?
So in that fight specifically, we're talking about like spacing out the fight and looking for the engage that we want. So as you can see back in the clip, on the top lane, Matt's coming down, like Variations is in his corner. He's just ready to leap in. Rayvar and Waffleman are at an angle, which they know can be followed up by Mal'Ganis. So the whole time, Rayvar's just waiting. And the minute he goes in, he calls, cage, cage, cage. It's a silence on the ground. It's an immediate follow-up. It's just an entire regiment of everyone coming in. And in that fight, specifically, it was mostly Rayvar bringing the team together, calling which targets he wanted to prioritize, and then just kind of a backlash of a Mal'Ganis and a black hole coming through.
Yeah, no, absolutely brutal. And I think as we go higher in divisions, you see the fights just, and they're done. Something's happened. The whole thing is about the setup, and then it's that one side just breaks and something explodes, and we see how many people are still left standing afterwards. So great work on the team fight there.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
But with that, Will2Live, we have reached the lightning round.
All right, bring it on.
You will have 1 minute to answer just as many silly Valk questions as you can. The timer will start as I finish the first question, and the current record is 12.
Wow.
Are you ready?
All right, let's get to it.
Okay. Name one heroic you want in real life.
Stage dive, so I can go anywhere in the world.
Worst hero in the game.
Murky. Actually, Diva.
Worst talent.
Worst talent in the game is gonna be, oh my gosh, Diva's Bunny Hop.
Okay, name 3 heroes to take with you to yoga class.
Samuro, the Lost Vikings, and Probius.
Most needed rework.
Diva.
Favorite caster.
Ooh, Dreadnought.
Best hero aesthetically.
ETC.
Hots map for a theme park.
Cursed Hollow.
Next hero to add.
Reinhardt.
Best non-HOTS Blizzard game.
World of Warcraft.
Hero for their own cookbook.
Murden's like ale and grill.
Oh, and that's the time. All right. So let's see just how many we came up with here. 1, 2, the third one that caught you a little bit, the talent. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is the final number.
Dang!
That was fantastic. If
That's
it weren't for that worst talent driving you nuts,
That always gets me. We've had that conversation like all the time as to what is the worst.
Eh. So I've probably been on this a kick for this question lately, but
Mhm.
the Muradin Ale and Grill cookbook. What are some what are some recipes that you need to have in that cookbook?
Oh, you definitely got to have the butter beer from Universal Studios, but in more of an Iron Forge theme. Maybe some more of like a cauldron or more of a furnace. Uh, Definitely big platters of boar meat. Just something super flavorful that you can just rip apart, and ribs, like loads of ribs. I mean,
The Caranos
there's just,
ribs there from that
oh
town,
yeah,
just
oh yeah, you know it.
nice, nice. Well, I look forward to that potentially coming out. We'll have to set up the devs for that so they can figure it out. But
Bring it our way.
well, the time is yours, my friend. What shout outs do you have? Maybe thank yous or even a Nexomania style taunt? Throw it on
Oh my
us.
Oh my gosh. Well, first, thank you so much for having me. It's been a long time since I've been on an interview like this, and I've had a blast, honestly. It's super fun. Big shout out to NGS for supporting us in the tournament. And then, yeah, I'm just looking forward to playoffs, and I'm really, really looking forward to playing against Div A East. I kind of feel like we've been playing the EU style of HOTS over here in West, so I'm a little interested to see what you boys have been cooking all season.
Nice, nice. Well, I will do my traditional sign off, starting with Hi, Mom. Next, everybody out there, remember to spay and neuter your pets, as well as vote for additional maps into the NGS map pool. What would be greater than adding Hanamura Temple and Garden of Terror? Bring in the
Oh.
spice, bring in the fun, have it all out there. This has been a Nexus Gaming Series production. My name is Valcomer. Have a wonderful night, have fun in the Nexus, and mind the bushes.